Alright, it seems like it's running, so I'm going to leave it alone for just a second. Okay, it seems to be working, so I'm gonna go ahead and start with this. I'm starting a new game. I don't think I hardly did anything. I don't think I did anything the last stream that I did, but like the last time I was able to get it to work. But making sure I can still hear. Okay, I can't just make sure. But yeah, I don't think I was able to get anything to go on with it, but I'm not thinking thoughts, don't mind it. But I started the game new anyways, just in case. I don't think I did anything wrong. I think I got through, like, not even one minigame. I think I found the tape recorder and that was it. Okay, where are we at? Hello. Oh, would you look who it is? That's never gonna get not creepy. I can play this game 100,000 times and that will never not be creepy. So, sorry to anyone who might end up watching this. I cannot see my comments. Hold on, I will pull it up on my computer though. See if maybe I can pull it up on the computer here. Or not the computer, but my my phone, so I can at least sort of see the comments, just not well. See my live videos live. I can't even access my own comments, which sounds about par for the course, honestly, for YouTube. Well, I'm trying it anyway. But you know who can see my stuff? A good other account, Eddie, can see my stuff. Maybe switch account to Eddie. Perfect. Hold on. I'm working on it, I swear. 1. That is me. Subscribe to myself. From here, I'm live. Okay, I've pulled up my comments section, hopefully. Ah, it's a miracle. I subscribed to myself, but that's not the point. Like my own video here. Okay. Nevertheless, I have pulled up my comment section, so now I should be good to start. Sorry about that. New game. Oh, look at this. It actually starts me on the ride today.
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Fazbear Entertainment is excited to join the digital age, and what better way to do that than with an edge-of-your-seat virtual reality experience.
We
know that Fazbear Entertainment has developed something of a bad reputation over the last few decades, and while it's true that some stories associated with our name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic. Lawsuits pending. But we aren't above laughing at ourselves. Ha ha ha. That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios, lies that you've been fed over the last several years, into a hilarious VR game, in the hopes that we can finally move past these childish ghost stories and develop a new relationship with you, as well as your kids. Don't forget the merch, perfect for birthdays. So sit back and enjoy a few scares.
Yep, I need that.
We do, however, ask that you agree to a simple waiver before you play.
Welcome to the Fazbear Quality Assurance
legal
game.
mumbo jumbo and isn't at all based on user experiences thus far or injuries associated with testing. Just touch, you acknowledge that Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for accidental digital consciousness transference, real-world manifestations of digital characters, nightmares, night terrors, night sweats.
I got hit by the door! Okay.
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Use the console in front of you to navigate the menu and pick one of the frightening experiences available.
Very frightening.
By completing these scenarios, more will become available. You'll see plenty of familiar faces and some new ones as well. So stay a while and have a good time.
Okay.
And remember, despite the temporary horror you may experience, this is a completely controlled environment and you aren't in any real danger. Fazbear Entertainment not responsible for real danger. Please make a selection from the virtual menu.
Okay. Fazbear Entertainment's not responsible for nothing. I see. I think they might be responsible for something, though. Alright, we're gonna make a pit stop over here right quick. Coin! Oh, I was gonna throw it. Okay, I need this little guy down here. And that little guy up there. Bull! We're gonna see exactly how terrible I am. We're gonna see how absolutely god-awful I am at throwing this. Take one. Ball! Take two. Ah, did the exact same spot. Come on. Take three. I got it! Woo, I did it! It only took me 3 tries, as opposed to 30 like it took last time. Hey, a trash bag. I wanted a ball. And I threw it directly in the trash can. And now it's gone. Congrats to me. Okay, return to menu. Okay. Alright, let's see what we got here. You're fast. Now, who gave you permission to be here before I played my first game? Hello? Hello, Spring Bonnie Man. Alright, I hate FNAF 1. But I don't hate FNAF 2, so we're gonna play that. Maybe. There we go. I don't hate FNAF 2, so we're gonna play FNAF 2. Okay. Slurp. Fine.
Hello?
Great.
Hello? Hello and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard
Lag.
about the old location.
Oh, coin.
Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company.
Nice.
That old restaurant
I'm
was
starting to lag
kind
a
of
little
left
bit.
to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility. They even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said,
there's a barrier
no
there.
new system is without its kinks.
Kinks.
You're only
Everyone
the
has
second guard
kinks.
to work at that location. The first guy finished his week, but complained about conditions.
Conditions.
We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, look.
There's a lag over there. Something back there lags really bad.
Concerned that certain characters seem to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them.
One of them.
And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about robots seeing you as an endoskeleton without a costume on and wanting to stuff you into a suit. So hey, we've given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want.
Link cable, I swear.
Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have a light, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Okay. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, put on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
So what I'm doing, aside from listening to him blather on about who knows what, I wasn't listening to him at all. But, all I actually do is look at the lights. It's not exactly foolproof, but it works. Since I can multitask in this game, I'm going to take full advantage of it. What I'm not multitasking at is this freaking link cable. Oh, hello. Hi. How's it going? Okay. Well, now I just gotta listen for him to go in the vent, I guess. If this link cable gets pulled out of my headset, I'm sorry in advance. It keeps tightening like around my neck, so... Hello. 11. I'll be taking that, thank you. Hi. General lack of trust, sorry guys. Where is he? Hello. Well, that's a, I guess I'm wearing that now. Well, now it's stuck on my face. Congrats to me. Right, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna wrap this just fully around my throat. Okay, sorry, I'm just trying to keep it from pulling my headset out. Okay, let's see here. Sodaroni, my favorite. Crunch.
We hope you're enjoying the Fazbear virtual experience.
Am I?
Please be aware that there may be visual artifacts left behind from the beta testing phase of development. If you see any such artifacts, we recommend that you not interact with them. We'll weed them out eventually. There's no guarantee that we'll weed them out eventually.
No? Okay, fine. Your loss. FNAF 3. I'm in this game. I like this game. FNAF 3 is my favorite FNAF. I just like Springtrap. Oh, this isn't laggy or anything, it's fine. Are we good? Okay, there we go. Right, if I reach back here...
Came back for another
got a tape.
I promise it'll be a lot more interesting.
It's only a little laggy, it's fine.
We found some great new relics over the weekend, and we're out tracking down a new lead
Steam doesn't like this one very much.
Let me just update you real quick, then you can get to work.
Yep, that was the wrong thing I clicked on. Right, hold on. We're escaping back to the menu here in a sec. Wrong thing, wrong thing. I froze the whole game, which is really unfortunate for me. This is unfortunate. Alright, well I froze Steam / crash. Or I just froze the whole computer.
Your heart is pounding and it can't be stopped. You telling yourself you're okay. It's too bad your doors can't be locked to keep the monsters away. You check behind the door, there's nothing there no more. You should have stayed in bed. You've heard this noise before, you dart across the floor. Try not to lose your head. Prepare for the horrors, this night will keep repeating over and over and over until you make it to the end. They hide around the corners, you better peel your eyes and keep looking over. You should, because you'll never be alone again. First there was one, but now there might be. Your heart is pounding and it can't be stopped. You telling yourself you're okay. It's too bad your doors can't be locked to keep the monsters away. You check behind the door, there's nothing there no more. You should have stayed in bed. You've heard this noise before, you dart across the floor. Try not to lose your head. Prepare for the horrors, this night will keep repeating over and over and over until you make it to the end. They hide around the corners, you better be. Your heart is pounding and it can't be stopped. You telling yourself you're okay. It's too
Well, this is just gonna be a problem though. Hold on. It's working on it. It's working on it. Sorry. I'm trying to fix it. Give me a second. My usual audio input isn't audio inputting very well, so give me a second. I'm working on it. Connected for voice audio. Trying to figure this out here. Yeah. Okay, you should be able to hear me in that now, so that's cool. Should be able to be heard in that now. I guess that's good. Okay, should be all set. Okay, sorry. It didn't work out quite the way I had intended it to, but it happens. Alright, so I've got live chat pulled up, I've got Blender pulled up, and we are going to make a VHS tape because that's what I've got. I haven't actually tried some of these maps with the new version of Blender yet, so we're just going to wing it because I don't actually know what is and isn't going to crash my Blender. It's always sad when that happens, but it happens frequently. So, okay, how about I do a FNAF 1 map to start? I'll do a FNAF 1 Blender VHS first. Okay, and this puts me where? Puts me there. Okay. I don't want to be there though, so we are going to go. Come along, come along. Doesn't like that very much. Trying to remember. There we go. I was trying to remember. I'm so used to Unity that I no longer know how to use Blender. Sorry about that. Okay, verify this has all of its textures. Let's crash the computer again. Verify that I can still hear me by listening to the stream. Okay, I can. Sorry, just making sure I could hear me. I don't trust my computer to pick up my audios. I had too many issues yesterday. Yep, wrong thing. Okay. So now what I am going to do is I'm going to set a camera here to start. Localize that camera. I'm going to go to scene items, close out of that camera, and click on this camera instead. Now that's my scene. Make a new window. Plop. Okay. Ah, nice chairs we've got there. It'd be a shame if something were to happen to them. Okay, we're gonna start this here. I made a VHS. If you look around on my channel, you'll find the other VHS that I made. I'm basically just recreating bits and pieces of that because that's what I have. Wrong thing. That's what I have. But I will make new things as they come up. I just don't have like voice actors and stuff, so doing anything that requires voice acting is kind of hard. But I shouldn't need voice acting for this. Verify how this turns. Turns wonkily. That's fine. I can fix that though. Now I add an empty. I'm going to add a new collection first. Then I'm going to take this. I'm going to stick it in here, I guess. There we go. And then put this in collection 2. Call it fancy stuff with one F. Very important. Okay. Go to fancy stuff. Add in an empty. I'm going to empty cube, I guess, because that's what I just spawned in by mistake. I meant to spawn in a sphere, but a cube works just as well. Wrong things, wrong things. There we go. Make it small enough. Put this here. Okay, now I select my camera. I go to this thing, object constraint, track 2. My empty, I'll do it that way. And now when I move my empty around, the camera follows it. Very convenient, very nice. Adjust this, make it black. Now if I put this into rendered mode, that's what I get. Honestly, that's kind of pretty. I like that. Okay. What was I doing with this again? I don't remember. It's fine. I was probably gonna add lights. I think that's what I was on my way to do, was add lights. Add a light. That's a light probe. A light. Just a point light. Just something to give me some light here. I could do emergency light style, so I could make this a spotlight. Rotate it like so. Make it significantly brighter so I can see what it's shining on. It would do like this. Then I can duplicate it. If I can find the duplicate button. There is no duplicate button. Duplicate objects, click immediately because that's how that works. Okay, select these both. Move them closer in like this so that I can see what it's shining on. Okay, we'll see how that looks with animatronics. I'll save this. I'm going to call it a VHS. VHS. I see. I've hit a keyframe. Well, anyways, I I don't remember what I was talking about before I hit the keyframe, but whatever it was. Make these a little bit bigger. I'm gonna use Ubananthu's animatronics. Append this time. Object. Oh, but I'm gonna delete the camera, 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 camera. That's a cube. Camera, camera. And then I'm sure if I scroll down, I'm gonna find sun, 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 or something like sun. Nerves. Ah, points. There they are. Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. I'm sure there's a faster way to do this, but I don't know what it is. Click, 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 click. Who needs anything but point lights anyway? Click, 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 click. Click, 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 click. We're up to 70. Click, click. Bonnie. I can work with that. Okay. I keep those. I look for suns. Sometimes there are suns along with points. Spot, spot, spot. Happened. I did it. Now it's gonna freeze. There we go. I've got a giant sphere, but that's fine. Delete that. I drag this straight backwards to come here. Oh, it's loading in textures. No wonder it's being slow. I will allow that to load in textures. This is fun and exciting. I love loading in textures. It's just got to think for a little while. It's fine. It's not just loading in textures, it's loading in textures, but they're really big. But it's fine. At least it already came in pose position and stuff. Sometimes they don't. I always get confused when they're not in pose position, and then I'm like, why can I not use this? Why will it not hold? Okay, I drink some soda while that's doing that because it's being slow and might crash. I think it's thinking about crashing. If it crashes, I'll just reopen it. We just saved it. All I'd have to do is add Freddy back in. Mm. It's progress. It's rendering. It's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's rendering. It's just being slow because my computer probably is also slow, to be fair. Sometimes my computer is fast, but today I think my computer might be slow. Just a thought. And once I'm done here, I'm gonna have to eventually go get like computer static sounds and stuff. But I'll do that once I get them partially animated. They're not hard to animate, at least. I just gotta get, excuse me, I just gotta get the lighting right on them. Goodness gracious, that was gross. Sorry about that, guys. I have balls that I can put in my mouth. They're all over there, but I have balls and I can eat because I want to eat my Ferrero, my Ferrerums, my balls. Ah, we're making some progress. Ah, balls. Oh good, you rendered in. Miracle. Take all of these wrappers from previous balls that I've eaten. Y'all get your minds out of the gutter. It's not what it sounds like. It's just for rumors. In case y'all are curious, no, I cannot say that word. Whatever they're called, I can't say it. I don't know how. Okay, just kidding. I do kind of know how, at least a little bit. I get the instinct these models are going to be pretty laggy, so once I get the lighting right on their faces, I'm probably going to put them out of rendered mode, out of necessity. I don't want to crash my computer all the way. So Freddy lives there. I think that's pretty big, though. I think I'll make him a little bit shorter. Can't really tell. Let me see. Yeah, I think that's about a good size for him. And if anyone has any questions, feel free to ask me what I'm doing, because sometimes I forget to, like, clarify what I'm doing. I'm not very good at remembering sometimes. Let me come over here and see. Making sure that I get these more or less the right size. If only more or less, you know. Okay. I think this light over here is a little too bright. Bring that down a bit. Like that, maybe. Where'd the other one go? There it is. Bring this one down a bit too. Also too bright. There we go. I think I can delete one of these point lights. It's like directly in front of Freddy's face. Yeah, there we go. That's a bit better. Now I do need to pick eyeballs to delete though. In fact, I think I'm just going to delete all of his eyeballs. There's nothing stopping me from deleting all of his eyeballs. Actually, that might be good. I'm not sure if there's still an eye in there or not, but it doesn't really matter because we won't be able to see it because it's going to be dark. Which, I still need to make these either darker or non-existent. Those are my options here. That looks a little bit better. It's going to make it really hard to see Chica and Bonnie, though, if I do it this way. But it's probably better that way. I mean, yeah, that's pretty neat, I might say so myself. I can adjust the angle of the spotlight, might hit them a little bit better, too. It barely even shined on him, but that's okay. I'm going to make it significantly wider, like this. Just to add a little bit of light. They're still mostly in shadow, so it's fine. Alright, I'm going to save. Okay. I'm going to take this and put this into partially rendered mode. Take this one out of rendered mode entirely. Oh, he's not centered. Get your butt back in fully rendered mode. Okay. Move you to the center of the stage where you belong. Thank you very much. I'm gonna turn off armatures on this one. That's creepy looking actually. Kind of like it. 10 of 10. Maybe not 10 of 10, maybe 8 of 10. Bring this brightness down a little bit. Like this. There we go. Probably can do the same for the other one too. We'll see. Bring this down just a smidge. Yeah, that's pretty terrifying. Just a little bit. Okay. I'll adjust the zoom on this here once it's done. Okay. So now I've got Freddy. I'm gonna make a collection for Bonnie. Go back over here to movie to Bonnie the Bunny, animatronic version. These are all Ubananthu, by the way, that made these models. These are the movie models from the from the FNAF movie. In case wasn't obvious. Delete all my cameras. Go down to all my points. There's an easier way to do this, and I'm gonna do it that way this time. Nerb. It's for nerbs. Okay, so now I go to points. I do. That's a plane. Aye. Oh. I'll go back to my cameras. Okay, I scroll down to the bottom of the points. I do that. Not how that works. Gotcha. Can I do it this way? Oh, I can do it that way. Ah, so much. Ah, god damn it. Whatever, that is so much faster, so I'm gonna do it that way. Wait. Oh. There we go. I'm figuring it out, slow but sure. I'm not fast by any means, but I'm getting there. Okay. Now I scroll all the way back up. We to this, and then camera. Okay. Load in. I forgot to put this in partially rendered mode. That's just going to render really, really slow. But I guess that's, it's got spotlights. I forgot about those. Delete. Okay. Now, I probably just crashed my computer doing it that way, but that's fine. I'll save while I can. Asking it to do too many things, it probably is going to crash on me, but you know, it happens. Oh, okay. It's still trying to save. There it goes. Have we loaded in? We have loaded in, actually. Okay. Drag this back here. Over by Freddy, more or less. It's got to think about whether or not it wants to actually do that, though. Okay. Scale him down to be more or less Freddy's size. Maybe, if he'll load correctly. He's upside down now. Congrats to him. Okay. Make him shorter because he's clipping through the stage. Let me fix that right quick. Now we're getting a little laggy. It happens, but that's my bad. I have too much loaded in at one time. I think that's more or less the right size for him. Move him back here. Move him back here. Just trying to make it so that I can see him past Freddy's head. I can also move my camera around too, so I'll get it better eventually. I can move Freddy over though. I don't think he's quite centered. I still can't see Bonnie though from here, but it's fine. I'll be able to see him in a minute. I think if I move him forward just a bit. Now he's clipping into that speaker. Move him over. That was down. Move him over, I say. I can see him now. It's a miracle. Now I've got to adjust the lighting. Again. Now he's just simply too much in the light, I think. I'll move him back a little bit. I can move him back and still have him visible. Right, and now I yet again delete eyeballs. Delete. And delete. And delete. There's another eyeball. And delete. 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 There we go. There we go. Okay. I'll move Freddy over just a smidge more. Maybe he'll be more visible that way. I wonder if maybe lowering the wattage on this will make this a little bit better. Now it's just made it virtually impossible to see anyone other than Bonnie. It happens. If I do that and then I do this, I can at least see them. They're there. Though they won't be so much once I'm done. Go ahead and do a save. Do a savesies. Okay. This is going to be the straw that breaks the camel's back, almost guaranteed. But here's Chica's. What I can do is I can unrender Bonnie, and now it's less laggy because Bonnie is hidden. And now with Bonnie hidden, I can load in Chica. After I'm going to put this in unrendered mode for both of them. At least until I place the chicken, anyway. Okay. That's a link, not what I wanted. Append. Objects. All. All of them except for the many cameras. Cam, cam, cam. Camera. You know, I think that I'm going to leave those for a sec. Nah, those are definitely cameras. Okay, my bad. I realized my mistake. Okay, now I scroll down. Pardon me. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Scrolling, scrolling, scrolling. Okay, there we go. Append. Now Chica should be loading in. Or at least thinking about loading in. There we go. There she is over there. There's the chicken. Drag her straight back. Oh, that's actually kind of realistic looking on her legs there. Okay. Shrink her down. She upside down. Shrink her down some more. Make her more or less Freddy sized. It's lagging a lot less now that I'm in unrendered mode, I must say. Now I'm gonna at least place her. That's the wrong direction. Place her like that, maybe. Maybe her and Bonnie should switch places. She's got the cupcake after all. Right, and now if I turn Bonnie back on and select whatever that is, if I do it that way, that's Freddy. That's Freddy. That's not Chica. Bonnie. Okay, that's Bonnie. Move Bonnie over here. Verify that Bonnie is not punching Freddy in the back. He is. Move him backwards a little bit like so. Move Freddy over like so. Make them more or less where I can see them, and also they're not in each other's way. Okay, now I save. Now I get the lighting, right? I think Chica's a little bit big. I think Chica needs to be smaller. Fun and exciting times. Fun and exciting times. She's getting there. Her eyes have rendered in. I hope everyone's having a great night tonight. I feel like I've been online a lot today. Because I did an almost 6 hour stream earlier. And then I streamed with my boyfriend. We did Frankstone. And now I'm back again doing Blender. But it happens. It's just the way it's gotta be sometimes. Oh, it's a guitar strap. I was wondering what that was. I was like, am I able to see through Bonnie somehow? It's a guitar strap. You know, I always wondered what held up their instruments like that, like Spring Bonnie's banjo, Bonnie's guitar. I always wondered. I guess a shoulder strap makes a lot of sense. In fact, I'm not sure why that isn't the first thing that I thought. For some reason, the first thing that I thought was it's glued to them, but that doesn't make sense either. I don't know. No one ever accused me of being particularly intelligent, so I don't know. All right, Cupcake, where you at? The Cupcake's thinking about rendering in. A little bit. He's considering it. Carl was always the most problematic of all of them. There we go. Well, now it's too late. Now I'm getting a drink. But I will do this. Just to see. Oh, that's not terrifying or anything. Hello, Bonnie. Sorry. Getting a drink. I could try to make it less creepy, but where's the fun in that? So what I can try and do is move the lighting out a little bit, maybe? Alternatively, I could turn this into a point light. Let's turn this one into a point. Now it's incredibly bright. I can move this over here. Maybe down a little and over. I'm going to make this dimmer here in a second, but let me see here. How am I doing it this way? I just put this in global mode. Move this here, move it out. Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Z, 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 z. There we go. See if it'll let me Z a few more times. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. Now I'm going to duplicate. Move this all the way out here. Turn it just a little bit. Just trying to illuminate Bonnie a little bit, you know. I'll spin it around maybe. Spin it around. Put it into global mode again because I undid that action. Freddy has eyeballs, which I didn't actually notice before. Okay, I don't know what I just did, but whatever. Okay, bring this down. It's all the way out there now for some reason. Bring it back. It's all the way down there now for some reason. Okay, bring this over here. Bring it up like a spotlight. I mean, not like a spotlight, it is a spotlight, but you know. Okay, now we can see Bonnie at least. I'm gonna make it broad again. That was not broad. That's broad. Now we can at least see that Bonnie is there anyway. I do think that this other one needs to be narrowed so it's not as maybe dimmed. Maybe dimmed is the better. I don't know, that's pretty creepy. I think that plus dimming. There we go, that's pretty creepy. Now delete eyeballs out of Chica. Delete, and delete, and delete, and delete. There we go. Delete, and delete, and delete. Up, no more eyeballs. Now the cupcake, because the cupcake looks creepy being the only one with eyeballs, and human-like eyeballs at that. There we go. Who needs eyes anyway? Okay, I need to dim this down just a little bit more. There we go. Nice and creepy. Alrighty. Now I'm going to animate the camera. I think I want to make this about 500 frames. Enter and save. This is going to determine how I do the animating itself. So let me just animate my camera right quick. Fancy stuff, empty. Here's my empty. Okay. All we actually need to animate is the empty, so I'm going to do an eye. Then I'm going to leave the eye sit here for, say, 40 frames. And it's going to take me 60 to move, to look over this way. Eye, 140. Eye, 200. Eye. And maybe like this. Eye stays here for 40. Eye takes 60 to go back. Eye stays there for 40. Takes 60 to go back. There we go. Yep, not really what I intended to do. More along the lines of I intended to make it wider. There we go. Where'd my cube? There it is. Move it like this maybe. Eye. What I really need to be doing is here's what I'm gonna do. Going to delete all of these. No one needs any of them. There was a different way I could be doing this, so going to move this. Delete these two. Just it only took me a second to do this, so we're gonna do it again. Adjust this so that it's like right here and up maybe. Eye. Okay, that stays there for 40 frames. Eye. At the 100 mark, it moves out this way. Eye. Sits there for 40. Eye. Now, we are going to duplicate the keys, line them up like this. Okay. Then we're going to do it again, line them up like this. Okay. Then I can actually make this, I can actually delete these. Then I can just sit there like that. That'll static out at the end. Right now, I just want to see how long did these sit here for. Oh, it's rendering at 19, but it's fine. It's not too bad. This way it's symmetrical is all. I feel like it could stand to make another round of that, actually. I also feel like it could stand for these to be separated into 50. So, yep, I did it again. Yeah, I also feel like these could be... I also feel like maybe I can make it longer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stretch these out so that... Swear to God, I didn't grab them again. 50. Yeah, I also feel like maybe I could stand to make... I'm just going to change the entire sequence of how long they are there to 150. So 50, it takes 100 to switch over. So this puts it at 200. I also feel like this could stand to go to like 750 or something. Okay, now I've got these. I can duplicate them as needed. So put this one, that's 200, so it'll go to 250. Duplicate, put this one at... They're doing all the wrong things now. Oh no, they're not, just kidding. Then this does what? What is it out here? Delete that altogether. Okay, let's see how long it takes now. Nothing to increase suspense, like waiting an obnoxiously long amount of time. Oh, I see that I didn't move these out far enough. These need to go, excuse me. These need to go to 300 and then sit there. Same with this. Let's go to 600 and then sit here. Okay. There's nothing quite like sitting here waiting. Okay. I like some suspense. Suspense is good. Right, and then I think it needs to make another loop around. So I'm going to set this to like a... God, I have got to undo my keyframes, or undo my screen things, all of them. Anyways, what I'm going to do is I'm going to... That's 01. I wonder how long I had that sitting there like that, because I wasn't really paying attention to it. Anyways, I'm going to set the emission to 0 for now. Enter. It'll work. Okay, so that's set to 0 for you. You can still see that they have eye glow, but So for now, it's going to be 0 and 0. Okay, now they basically don't have eyes. And I have to do it to cheek also. I have to get rid of Freddy's altogether. There we go. I wonder theoretically if they first of all, y'all have spotlights, and I need you to not have spotlights. Okay, there we go. Chica's cupcake just doesn't have any eyes, which is kind of bizarre, actually. Right, I need to delete Freddy's eyeballs because he still has eyeballs and he's the only one. So, no need for those, my friend. Okay. So now, for my purposes, those no longer have eyeballs. I'm going to select my empty, come back out this way. They're going to continue to not have eyeballs for that. Now I'm going to turn their eyeballs on for this one, which basically just means that while it's over here, I'm going to have it set to, while I've got that, I'm going to, Chica still has an eyeball, just one. Delete, there we go. Y'all don't need eyeballs where we're coming. Y'all don't need eyeballs where we're going. Alright, so now I'm going to increase the eyeball. I'm going to look at them so that I can see. Oh, first of all, I need to do that for all three of them. I forgot I have to make a keyframe for these. Right, and then I'm going to do basically this. I'm going to set these to... Don't mess with any numbers. I'm going to scroll. Okay. I apparently have them set to 49 now. And keyframe. Not really what I meant to do. I'm going to scroll these up. Apparently 62. That is incredibly right, actually. I did not keyframe those, I don't believe. Oh, I did. Okay, we're fine. Alright, do Freddy's now. Here we go. Keyframe and Bonnie. Keyframe. Okay. So now they go from having eyes to not having eyes. They came on, basically. Okay, now I can put this back on the camera. Now they have eyeballs. I look away. Okay, now while it's looking away over here, we go to their armatures. Pose mode. Is this what's going to turn their head? Yes. Okay. First of all, to set a keyframe. Do the same for the cupcake. Actually, the cupcake doesn't really... Okay, that is good then. I do I. You have to have it over the window that has the armatures, by the way, in case anyone was concerned about that. Okay, so they are good. I'm going to go to Freddy's now. Keyframe. Object mode. Pose mode. Keyframe. This is the only part of them that actually needs the keyframe right now. So I can now go over one keyframe. And now what I'm going to do essentially is have this over here and turn them so that they are looking at the camera like this. Okay, and then what I'm going to end up doing is moving this, not that, moving this over here so that while it's not in the keyframe, or while it's not in frame, it did move. I don't know how to talk, so please don't mind me. I see pose mode, rotate. There we go. Did you just not get keyframed earlier? Did I just not keyframe you? I didn't keyframe him, I guess. Yeah, I just didn't keyframe him. Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to keyframe you, facing more or less straight where you belong. Okay, and then now I do the same for Chica and her cupcake. Close mode. She gets a point light inside her head. I just noticed. I was sitting here trying to figure out what that was. There's a keyframe inside of her head. Or excuse me, a point light inside of her head. I don't believe a point light is meant to be inside of her head, to be honest. And I do like that. Okay, there we go. Now I actually have to do this one more time, but you know. Okay, so what I'm actually now going to do is extend that significantly further. Object mode. Now I need to take this, not this, I need the empty. Going to duplicate your keys, set this more or less there. That was conveniently on the 50, which I didn't expect it to be. Alright, and now while they're here, I need to take their locations, like so, and keyframe those. And then I just come here, and then I just very, very simply, very, very nicely just yoink! Aye. Okay, so now they're there, and then they aren't. And now, if I come over here, they're gone. And they'll just be gone for the rest of the time. Okay, convenient. Okay, now I save. Now, I don't have audios to this or anything yet, so I'm going to sit up a little bit, first and foremost. Right, so that's that. Everything's looking at them, and now they're gone. Beautiful. Okay, now, nextly, my next plan here is to mess around with this light over here. I'm going to mess with its intensities. I'm probably just going to loop it, but that's fine. So do that. We're going at 4 frames per second, which is really depressing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just turn off all 3 animatronics. And now we're running at 7, but you know. Okay. Going to adjust that. Turn it to 0. Going to skip a couple keyframes, put it at 0. Turn it back on. Basically do that. Do that. 0. Do that again. Okay. I'm just going to basically just duplicate this a bunch of times in no particular order, just throwing them in there. Okay, now those are flickering at 7 frames per second. It's fine, I'm sure. Just out of curiosity. Okay, it doesn't go much higher. It's just got so much loaded in right now. Okay. You know what that means? That means that this is not something that's going to want to render, is what that means. Even though there's like nothing going on, it's not going to like me rendering it very much. Well, I'm going to at least make sure my flicker animations work. They do. I'm just gonna throw one of these in here. Okay. Just because I can. Okay. Now the animatronic should at least render in, so that's nice. Save. Alright, now we're gonna see if this crashes Blender. This is probably gonna crash Blender. Honestly, it probably was gonna crash Blender before I even turned on ray tracing or anything. What are we rendering as? A PNG. We don't want that. We want an FMPG file. FFmpeg file. FFmpeg. I'm gonna call that an FMpeg. That's an FMpeg now. Okay. we are going to then attempt a render. Actually, I'm gonna turn on ray tracing. I think it would look good with it. Okay, now we've turned on ray tracing. I'm gonna save one last time. I'm saving so often because I know this is gonna crash. Like immediately. Like it's not gonna make it very long. What I might do is do this in a couple of segments. Like I might this seems like a good segment, so up to what's that? It's okay, I caught myself this time, everybody. It's fine. We don't need to worry about that. Okay, so I have it set to 133 now. Just because what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna split this into segments. I don't really have much of a choice. So render animation. Now let's see if it crashes immediately or if it's gonna give me like a couple seconds of hope first. In the meantime, I can put this on TMP, click on that, minimize. Mmm, yummy. I don't know how long this is gonna take. It's probably gonna take forever. Oh, it's not responding, which is never nice. I don't like when it doesn't respond. Well, this is fun and exciting, isn't it? Hmm. It's rendered 5 frames. Woo! It's really got to think about it. It doesn't want to render this. It's probably going to crash relatively soon. Nice weather we got today. Yep, this is fun and exciting. Well, we're going to be here for a little while. But at least it hasn't crashed yet. Honestly, that's a lot to expect. Normally these crash on me almost immediately. Well, this is clearly going to take too long for me to do on a stream. So I'm going to just cancel this render altogether. I'm just going to close the render. Let it crash itself. I'm going to find something else to do for the time being. Usually I can find things to do. Once it's, done. I just saved, so if the whole program crashes, that's fine. I'm just gonna click a bunch of times until it says not responding. Then I'll close it. Close the program. There we go. Okay, let's see what I can find to do. I know what we're not gonna do is work on this anymore, for now at least. I've got load screens I could be working on. Or I can just do something completely random, like just make a picture.